Good
Good morning.
morning, Mai-Liis.
Good morning, Julia. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. Of course, we're always going to say that because that's kind of the thing everybody says, whether they're good or not, right? We're
Of,
we're
of
always good.
course. We're always doing good.
We're always good.
Good morning, Cornwall. How are you doing today? Did you have a good
Give,
week?
yeah, give us some comments. Let us
So
know that. Let us know that there's somebody out there listening to us.
let us know that that you're
Yeah.
hanging in. Anyways, it's really nice to see things happening again. It's really nice to see that we're getting back to some kind of normalcy, right? I went
Yeah.
uh, I went on a walk on Pitt Street on Saturday. They close the street on the weekends on Pitt
Yeah.
Street. If you don't know about this, people, you need to go and visit. It's blocked from Second to just a
The
little bit
first.
past First,
Yeah.
and so you can walk on the street and there's music and the stores are open and it's got a nice little atmosphere. It's really really nice, and it was such a beautiful day on Saturday. So I went and I walked down the street with my boy there, and stopped in at Happy Popcorn, and had an ice cream. Tried they have soft serve
Mm-hmm.
ice cream, and it was really really good. My son put it like it was like eating a cloud, and it tasted like
Oh.
a mixture of ice cream and whipped cream. So
Oh. Well, I did the same thing yesterday. I walked down. I went right down, well, what used to be the Pitt Street Promenade, because when I moved here in 79, that was completely shut down. I don't know if
mm-mm,
you were here when it was
mm-mm.
completely shut. There was no cars allowed. You had like big flower boxes right down the middle of what is the street now. It was just a walk by. That was all you could do down there. And it was really busy. There was a lot of people. And I did it again, I did it on Sunday, and I was talking to somebody, like they were kind of, I was right on the side of the sidewalk and I kept stepping into the road, and I'm thinking, looking for cars because I don't want to get hit. And then I'm going, oh my God, there is no cars. It's like only foot traffic. The problem is though, I don't know if you noticed, they have like barricades, construction barricades on either side of the road. And hopefully people will realize that it's not construction going on, because there's also a big no entry sign. That means no cars. But I'm just hoping in time people are going to realize that you can still walk down there. I don't think it.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
it's super clear that it's.
I don't think either. I think that if you're in a car and you're just driving down the street and you get to that thing, you might be thinking that it's just construction going on,
Exactly.
and not stop and go and check it out. Anyways, but
I'm hoping in time people will get used to the idea. I think it's going to continue all summer. I'm
yeah.
hoping, and once they have maybe buskers and maybe a little bit of activity going on. I know yesterday
Yeah,
there was a.
buskers would be really nice. Like
Yeah.
it'd be cool to have like a musician playing, and
Yeah.
painters, caricature,
Yeah.
like more of like what's happening with the artworks.
Yes.
When there's the art walks going on downtown,
Yeah.
there's so much buzzing, there's so much activity, you know.
Yeah.
Just bring all the artists there, and it'll I don't know. People have to know about it. I think
Yeah.
part of the problem right now is that not a lot of people are aware that it's closed still. But just go on Saturdays and Sundays. I think they closed at Friday 4 p.m. I believe,
Mm-hmm.
all the way to the Monday morning. So just go and support your local people.
I know my mom said they drove by on Saturday evening, and it was quite busy with the restaurants. Like, I mean, people are going for supper, so then there is more traffic. But
Yeah.
especially yesterday, I know Happy Popcorn was open, the restaurants were open, but a lot of like, oh, Mike's Apparel was open, but I think most of the other stores were closed. So,
Yeah. Well,
so
that's cool.
yeah,
Oh,
it was really cool. Anyway,
so we have
over
a
to you.
great show today. We're going to be talking, like, this is so exciting. I am so happy to say that Ribfest is happening this year. It's going to be a little different than previous years, but still, at least we have something to look forward to. There's the biggest festival of the summer that's coming back, and we're going to talk to Terry Muir, who's the chairperson of Ribfest, and he's going to tell us all about it. if you have questions, prepare them. We can we can answer them. You can put them on the message box. So good morning, Terry.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Terry.
ladies. How you doing?
We're fantastic. How are you?
Fantastic. I've been sitting here thinking about that combination of cloud and whipped cream, and I may have to visit the Happy Popcorn Company.
Yeah, my son was sitting down. We were sitting down outside and we're eating the cones. And this gentleman comes with a bike and he says, "Oh my God, where did you get that cone? That looks so good." So I tell him we got him right there. And he goes to my son and says, "Would you take $1,000 for it?" And my son is like, "Mm-mm." Nope.
And they're actually just baby training cones, aren't they? Is that what they were saying? That they're in training, so they're making baby cones?
Oh,
Yeah.
they were all right. They were
Oh,
good size. Yeah,
I,
they were good size. So
I think Bill's just getting the lay of the land and building them up because I have to admit I did get a sample down there
oh,
last week when I was there because as they're known for, they're also supporting Rib Fest, and
yes.
they're happy to provide us some gift cards so that we can, maybe have some draws for people that decide to sign up early this year. So, Happy Popcorn's always there for everybody, right?
Yes,
exactly.
they are. They are very supportive of this community, and it's awesome to see. And they have such good stuff. Like, I mean, oh my God, the variety of things they have.
Mhm.
It's insane.
It just got to find out what it is they put in their stuff that makes it so addictive.
My son was like, "Mom, this looks so much like a big chain, you know? Is there any other
Yep.
popcorn, Happy Popcorn Co. anywhere?" I said, "Not yet, son, not yet." He said,
Mm.
"I feel sorry for anybody who doesn't have it in their town."
Good point. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's in the future.
Oh, I'm sure too. Like, it's such a iconic logo and stuff. It would be very highly brandable. So
Mhm.
Definitely.
yeah, franchisable for sure. All right, Terry. So enough of the popcorn. Now we want to hear about the ribs.
Oh yes, ribs. Yeah, definitely seems to be Cornwall's favorite event. I mean, there's nothing like the smell and the tastes and the whole atmosphere. And I mean, we did a drive-through last year, and our team came together and pulled it off because that was the only option available.
Yes.
But there are more options available to us this year, and we hope to never have to do a drive-through again.
That was taxing on everybody involved.
It was, the customers, everybody. So I mean, this year here, we've kind of got a halfway between thing. We're not back to the point where we can get thousands of people all rubbing arms and shoulders together and dancing and having a good time. That it's known for. But we've managed to get approvals, and I mean, keeping in mind that these approvals are all pending a lot of things, right? I mean, if things turn bad or whatever, and we don't go into the next stage or something, well, we're realistic to know that we would have to pull the plug or make some last minute changes. But the reality is that we're going to have entertainers this year,
Yes.
and it has to be a ticketed event. You have to pre-order. That's a mandate from the province, which if it gives us a chance to have some live music, we'll do whatever it takes. So, and so we're closing off the center part of the park and selling tickets, and we got all local entertainers, and it's fantastic because it's a way for the community to get out and support the musicians from the area. And a lot of these musicians, they haven't had anything for 2 years because, the ones that play a lot of festivals and events in the fall, their gigs are over. And
Yep.
so a lot of them haven't worked since September, October of 2019.
Yeah.
And so they're just so happy to be out here and they want to get out there and entertain everybody. So, and we're happy to provide the venue for it.
Yes, that's really cool. So how is it going to look? What's different about this Rib Fest?
Well, it's constantly evolving as we're planning. The big difference is fences. We have to close off. We have to restrict the number of people that can come in to the immediate area. As of about a week ago, the federal government approved midways to run again. So there will be a midway. It's not going to be as big as most years, but most rides are going to be there. But again, that's going to be a ticketed event. They're only allowed X number of people in that area at a time. So it's going to be all fenced off, and there'll be one entrance, and you'll come in and you'll pre-arrange and get your bracelet, and you'll ride for so many hours, and then, you know, empty out and start over again. So, I mean, it's not like it normally is, but it's a heck of a lot better than having nothing. You know? It's definitely, I mean, the owner of the Midway is just so excited to be back out doing something, you know.
He's so excited that he's already in the, the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that how that's going to go over, but it's certainly good advertising for us. But you know, with some of the limitations on having labor available to him, you know, given the circumstances, he had to get the stuff moved when he could. So he moved it ahead of time, and hopefully the city's okay with it. And so, I mean, it's there. He'll be able to get set up and get everything going in time for the event. And there, like I said, there's still so many things that we have to figure out along the way. We, you know, as of the 16th, things open up a lot more, and that's when we're able to do a lot of this, and a lot of the gray areas will be removed by then. So, but we'll have entertainment, we'll have midway, we'll have food, lots and lots of food, and we may even have a cold beverage to serve inside the area for where the entertainment is.
Well, I don't like the may. It has to be must.
Okay, so we will definitely.
So just so I can, so people can know how exactly it is. So you have your ticketed, your fenced in area. People can buy tickets to have a spot in the fenced in area, and they can bring their food in that area and eat it there, right?
Absolutely.
But
So
that
they can,
fenced in area is not the beer tent. Is there going to be a beer tent?
It's the licensed area, yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing will be licensed. So, I mean, if you're sitting in there, so, I mean, we're doing basically 7 mini concerts so that everybody gets a turn to come in. So you show up, say you show up a little bit early, you get in line, you get your ribs, you know, maybe your blooming onion or, you know, and then, yeah. And then you come with your pre-ordered ticket. We slap you get your bracelet on you. You come inside. You sit down in your designated area. You eat your food. We bring you a beverage, you know, when you want one. And we're gonna have musicians playing their hearts out because, like I said, a lot of them haven't played for a while, so they're anxious. And so, I mean, it's just like a little concert, right? I mean. It's and the only reason we went to shorter venues is to give more people the opportunity to come in.
Yes. So I want to show people what it looks like. So when you go online and you order on cornwallribfest.com and you order your spot, you will be receiving, when your order is ready, you'll receive an envelope, and in the envelope you'll get your bracelets and you'll get your beer tickets. And so there's many reasons why it has to be pre-ordered. One is that we need to have contact tracing info. So you need to give your information when you buy your tickets with the names and phone numbers of everybody that's there. But also it's to avoid lineups. So you have your bracelets in there, and instead of having to wait in line at Ribfest to buy your tickets, then you can just put on your bracelet and you just walk right in. You'll just show your bracelet and you can go right to your spot.
Exactly.
Now you keep saying spot. What kind of cost is there to the spot?
$5. That's it.
Okay.
It's $5 a person. And before we got into the heavy planning, we put out a question on our Ribfest page asking people that, even though it goes against what, you know, Ribfest has always been free, but the only option we had this year was to sell spots in order to be able to bring the entertainment in and everything else and to follow the guidelines. So we asked everybody if they'd be willing to pay a small fee this one time only. And, you know, it was overwhelming. It was, oh yeah. Some of them were like, take my money, whatever it takes, you know, it was, we got a fantastic response. And so it's different for us because, you know, we've always liked the fact that there's no fences. You can bring your own stuff in. You can sit and watch entertainment, not spend a cent usually at RibFest if you can't afford it. But this year's different. So, you know, we're trying to find a way to make it accessible to almost everybody and, you know, still be able to survive through it. Because at the end of the day, the reason RibFest exists is the hard work of the Optimist Club volunteers and a lot of volunteers from the public. You know, we come together. Yes, we hire a bunch of entertainers and everything else, but the concept is to raise money for the Optimist Club so that we can run our programs to support youth and families in the community, right? So, I mean, it's a win-win no matter what, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we have a question here. How long for each spot, Terry?
Each there'll be 4 bands in each section and it'll be 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And then we empty the park out, we clean up, you know, wipe down whatever has to be, you know, any touch surfaces or whatever to keep everybody safe. And then we do it again. Okay. So it's pretty intense trying to plan 7 different concerts, but we're going to pull it off.
It was short notice too.
Yeah. So are your bracelets different colors, like for each section? So you know that person's been in there 3.5 hours and it's time to go, right? Okay.
So if you're the only green bracelet in a sea of orange, we're going to probably come over and see you.
Yeah. Ribs Royale is on watching, guys. They can't wait to see everybody. So that's awesome.
So this year, are you going to have all the different kind of ribs that you usually have? Because I know last year there was a limited amount, right?
No, it'll be limited again this year. I mean, they're in the same boat, right? They're trying to recover and trying to rebuild from everything. So the rib part of it is ran by the ribbers. I mean, they decide how many are coming and who's coming and everything else. And so this year there'll only be the 3 of them again, from what I know at this point. But you know what? They're going to have extra staff on, and they're going to bring literally truckloads of food because we're known for eating ribs and chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first year we kind of cleaned them out of stuff, right?
Yes, the first year we never anticipated the way this thing would go, and everything they brought for the weekend we ate up on the Friday. So then they sent a truck up to their warehouse for Saturday and had to send a van back up for Sunday in order to have stuff for Sunday because we just kept cleaning them out, right? And then we even went and bought every piece of chicken in every store in Cornwall that year, you know. Cornwall has been super supportive of this event right from the get-go. And we should point out too that this is the 10th year.
Wow.
It is. Wow. Yeah. I didn't even realize that. That's awesome.
2012 is when we started. So.
Jeez.
Wow. Time flies by.
It does, right?
Yes.
Now I have a quick question, Terry. Last year you could call in an order and get it delivered to your house. Is that an option this year or not?
Well, we're going to give them your phone number, Mai-Liis.
You can run around if you want to.
Last year that was a lot of people enjoyed that option, but logistically, I don't know how to offer it this year because last year they could drive in and just come through and pick up their order and go. This year they'd have to actually walk over.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's going to be food and food and more food and more food. Is there going to be other vendors this year? No. It's all going to be centered around food. We made that decision because I think it's just the right thing to do, right? It's
to have
Yeah.
people out gathering together and shopping and stuff like that. I think it's just better.
Try to limit the traffic.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, people are going to be, and we want to point out too that everybody will have access to the food. You don't have to buy a ticket or wait in line to get inside to get the food. The food is going to be outside. So, you can park over at the complex, walk over, get in line, pick up what you want to pick up and take it home if you don't have a ticket for that particular time.
Okay. Yeah. But you're more than welcome to buy a ticket and support the Optimist Club of Cornwall and stay for the live music and support your bands.
Exactly, right? That's a big thing. Support our local talent because let's face it, we got some amazing bands from around here.
We do. Mm-hmm. We do. Absolutely. And the lineup is available on the website. You can go to cornwallribfest.com and see what we have booked for till now. Some more bands are going to be announced in the near future, but that's it. I want to talk about sponsorships for a little minute. So I want to thank Hood Packaging, Dr. Louis and Jennifer Cardinal, Bruce Anderson and Sons, Shane Blondin from Dominion Lending, Rose Met, and Central Healing Counseling, who have all jumped on board this year to support RibFest. This is awesome. Thank you so much for your support. And
that is awesome.
If you are interested in becoming a sponsor for RibFest, you can get the information again on the website at cornwallribfest.com. And please, there's even an option to give whatever you want this year to be a sponsor, because we know small business owners has been really, really hit hard. So you can do your own plan. Just go and give what you want.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about coming together and supporting each other. And we should point out that our RibFest Community Cookout restaurant part of it begins next on the 16th. Yay! So we got a whole bunch of restaurants involved again. And that list, if it's not up yet, it'll be up very soon. And they're part of RibFest. Just like last year, they're going to have, some of them will have some unique items that they're going to have on their menu to support us, and a portion of the proceeds will come to the Optimist Club. So, get out and support those that support us, please. It's this community is just amazing, right?
Oh, it is. And last year I tried to taste like most of them. Like but there were so many that it was kind of hard to do. But oh my God, I was impressed with the barbecue quality of this town. Yeah, it was impressive. Schnitzels had wonderful ribs, spicy pearl. I tried truffles. I tried Edward's Bistro. I tried which one did I try again? I forget now, but they were all like.
Well, I even got to try out vegan over at Simply Jennifer last year.
Oh,
I mean, they're back this year. They have their something special on their menu. So I mean, everybody, there's a lot of support for us, and hopefully we drive some business to them. And just like last year, we had draws.
That was my next question.
Supporting the restaurants. So we're back this year. As a matter of fact, the Seeker is helping us with some of the prizes, and we're grateful for that. So, go to a restaurant, support the Optimist Club, support your local restaurant, eat some amazing food, fill out a ballot. Your name goes in to win cash. Everybody loves cash.
Up to $1,000. Where else are you going to find? Are you going to get $1,000 for eating good
exactly,
food?
Right? and the beauty of it is, like you said, Julia, you couldn't get around to all the restaurants last year, so we made it longer.
Oh, okay.
So now you can, go out twice as much. So starting on the 16th, it's going to run all the way through to RibFest. So you can get out there. You might gain a few pounds or whatever. But
I stopped counting with this pandemic shit. Like I'm just like, stop counting the pounds.
Yep.
Well, that's great. That's great. So, the the lineups at the Ribbers and the lineups. Well, I don't know about the Midway if there's going to be lining ups there, but is that like social distance? There's
Absolutely.
masks. So are masks mandated still?
Well, I mean, I have to speak to the health unit again because I mean I know that they've talked about dropping the mandate for outdoor masking, and I don't know if it's happened yet. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's their decision. But whatever requirement is in place at the time, we're definitely marking things out so that you can social distance and everything else. We want to keep everybody safe because the last thing we want to do is have an outbreak associated with us coming together and having some fun. So we are going to follow all the rules. We have a very good relationship with the Eastern Ontario Health Unit. They've been very good to us. We ran a lot of programs last year, and we never had a problem, and we intend to keep it that way.
Good to know. So worst case scenario, it's going to be kind of like a restaurant where you have to wear your mask to and from your spot, because when you're in your spot, you don't need to wear your mask.
That's right.
Good to know. All right. Well, that's awesome. We're really, really excited, Terry. I know you have a lot of work to do, so I'm going to let you go. But thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you at RibFest.
Hey, thank you for having me. Have a good day, lady.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Terry.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That is awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
I don't know. It's awesome, but it's definitely a big job to plan all this.
Yeah,
and get it running well.
Especially in this amount of time, because I mean, it was decided kind of like a few weeks back, right? Like, so, it's cool. It's nice. It'll be nice to see people getting together again, and safely. I mean, our numbers are good in Ontario. People are mostly vaccinated now, so I mean, the risk is limited.
Yeah, I know yesterday too, like I said, I walked down the Pitt Street and I went to the farmers market, which, by the way, if you haven't been on Sunday to the waterfront, Cornwall Waterfront Farmers Market, please, get out there. It's on every Sunday from now until October from 10 to 2. And I mean, basically there's a few vendors that are always going to be the same, but then they're going to change, as different produce gets ready and stuff. But I love going and get fresh lettuce and I found these orange beets, like beetroots are usually red. These are orange, and I slice them up and put them in my salads and stuff. And the fresh peas, wow. I went and got all my little goodies yesterday. So head on down there if you haven't already been. And
I have
again,
to visit.
It's just, I don't know. I feel safe when I'm there too. It's not an huge amount of people or anything. It's just, it flows through really nicely. So go check it out. And I believe Wednesdays, from what I hear, the farmers market at the Brick is open again too. So
on Wednesdays,
I think so. That somebody had mentioned that. I'm not 100% sure, but I had heard that is so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, the farmers market is good because you know what? Yes, you may pay a little bit more, but again, you're supporting local, and the farmers need that help too. So
yeah, absolutely. So everything is most everything is opening back on the 16th. So the 16th is where we are entering step 3 of the reopening, which means that now you're going to be able to get like
you're going to be able to go to the gym and get rid of those pounds before RibFest, so that you can put more back on.
And get treatments that don't that you have to remove your mask. That's going to be opened to those spas and salons. So and then the capacity is increasing in all the stores and stuff. So that and of course the indoor dining.
I was going to say, yeah, the indoor dining. I'm so happy to hear that the local restaurants are being included in the cook-off again this year. I think that's a great idea, especially they've had a rough time.
Yeah, they've had a rough time, but seriously, I think who has suffered probably the most during this pandemic is any salons and spa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, they were constantly shut down.
Yes.
It's really it was really hard to see.
But you know
Uh,
what? It's kind of weird that they would have been, because that is something that can be so easily,
one
book
on
an
one, easily
appointment one
dressed.
person at a time. Like, I'm not understanding why they did that, because that is easy to book an appointment and be only one person in the place at a time.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's kind of weird, but yeah, really they were hit hard.
Yeah.
I went I dropped by the mall on Saturday as well because so when we went down Pitt Street, we went to the mall and then we came back up.
Hmm.
And I stopped at the mall and now you can go inside the mall
Yeah.
and can enter all the stores from the inside, whereas before it
Yep.
was from the outside. But man, there's a lot of vacancies.
I know. It's a little bit sad going in there.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
My son wanted to stop at EB Games and it's gone.
Are you serious? I didn't realize that was gone.
Yeah, EB Games is gone. And so there's a bunch of, like, on the second floor, like there's probably like 4 or 5 spots that are back to back that are just gone,
Yeah.
closed. So
Yeah. Which
go
is
and support your local stores in the mall as well. They're suffering too.
exactly. But I was happy to see Modern Primitive as the doors are open. I got to go in there and check it out.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love that store.
yeah. They are open, so that's good. But um, Urban Planet is closing,
Well, I don't
and
think they're closing.
no,
They
they are
said they're,
closing.
oh, they're
No, they
not
are
moving?
closing. Yes. So
Oh,
3 weeks ago, I went, and when I got to the cash, I said, "Where are you moving?" And they said, "We don't know yet. We're moving somewhere, but we don't have a location yet." They
okay.
were moving at that point. This week, when I was there, I asked, "Where are you moving? Do you have a location yet?" And she says, "No, at this point, we're just closing."
Oh,
So yeah, another loss.
yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. It is. I love that store.
Well,
Oh well.
I loved it when it was in East Court Mall, like in the East End. The store was smaller. I
Yeah.
have to admit, I like going in there at that point. I find at the Cornwall Square, it's just too big.
Mm.
And I know the girl I was talking to said a lot of people were commenting on that. So that's when they said they were moving. I'm like, I hope it's going to be a location kind of like where you were.
Yeah.
No, that's not good news.
Yeah. No, it wasn't good news. It's oh well, But with things reopening, hopefully,
Yeah.
money is going to be flowing towards these businesses, and the government is going to put in some programs that help rebuild,
Hmm.
and we're going to see some growth and some more stores going into the mall.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
exactly. I
hopefully.
was actually talking to somebody yesterday because I met quite a few people walking down Pitt Street, and we were actually talking that we're quite lucky that a lot of our businesses are still there. Like, there are not that many small businesses, I don't think, that have had to shut their doors. Not that I know of, anyway. In
I don't.
Cornwall.
I don't know. Like, that's an interesting question, though. Can you? Are you the owner of a small business who had to shut down during COVID because of COVID? We'd like to know. Just let us know.
Yeah, like shut down completely, go out of business.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of that the other day. I can't think of too many that have. So
Well,
hopefully
that's good then. That's positive.
I
That's
know, and hopefully that's
hopefully
the
the
way it
government
is.
was there really to help them out,
Yeah.
and help them survive during this time. So
Yeah, and what I was starting to notice is yard sales are popping up. So I guess yard sales are good to go. And
I guess
I wasn't sure, but I know I've
I've
seen
seen a
some
few
go
around.
up. And yeah, there was one down from the Seeker office that I stopped in at one point
Yeah.
when I'm doing my walkabout, which I'm trying to do again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, I love yard sales.
Yeah, me too. You can always find some kind of gem, whether you need it or not, right?
Yeah.
So I do want to mention that we are working on the August Seeker right now.
Yeah.
And the theme of the magazine, the Flip magazine, is our pets are heroes too. Because the way we look at it is our poor pets have had to put up with a lot of us being at home when we weren't at home before. And I mean, the pets haven't had their run of the house like they used to. So I think they've been pretty patient with us.
My-Liis, I got to cut you off. We have a breaking news. Breaking news.
Ooh,
So I just received word that there are no active cases at the Cornwall Community Hospital right now. No COVID cases at the Cornwall Community Hospital.
that is good news.
Yes, it is good news. All right, so pets.
Yeah, getting back to the pets, I know, I mean, we work from home all the time, so I know our pets are used to having us here, but there's a lot of people that were at home working instead of at the offices, though pets kind of had to readjust too because their humans were at home.
Yeah, can you imagine being a cat and you just can't wait for your owner to leave every morning because you want the house for yourself and you want to stretch and
Run
you want to
around, up and
run
down the
around.
stairs.
Yeah, and you want to go lie down wherever you want and not be disturbed, and then all of a sudden they're all here and they never go anywhere, and you're like, what the hell, what's going on here?
And
Good
then,
morning, Pamela.
good morning.
We're not trying your item this week, but we're gonna try it next week. She submitted something for a taste test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, all the dogs are looking out and seeing the humans with muzzles on and kind of questioning, like, what's going on?
That's a good point. Yeah, muzzles for sure. It's like, see what it
Muzzles,
feels like now, huh?
yeah, muzzles for humans. But yeah, we're doing the pet version. So basically, if you want to send in a picture of you and your pet or your pet by yourself, send them in to info@thesika.ca and we will plaster the front cover with the title Pets Are Heroes Too. So yeah, send in. And also the other thing I want to just mention for people to send in before and after pictures, because I know everybody is excited to get their hairs cut and cleaned up and stuff after
God, I need
the
to
pandemic.
see my person.
Yeah, me too. But if you can send in your before and after pictures, again, email them in to info@thesika.ca. That would be awesome because we want to do a whole page in the August Seeker about
Of
what
before and afters.
before and afters.
That'd be great.
I'm anxious to see those. We have got a couple already sent in, so I'm really anxious to see everybody.
If you haven't picked up your copy of the Summer Vibes yet, you can pick it up at the office at 327 2nd Street East. So we have Rib Fest on one side and the Summer Vibes on the other. So that's your Flip magazine for the month of July.
Yeah.
So, My-Liis, I want to talk about our book.
Yeah.
Well, not our book, but the book we're publishing.
Yeah, the book now, it's still at the printers. Can you see that? I have a little sneak peek of the cover.
I can see it.
So this is exciting because we're working with 5 local artists to publish their book. And we are actually going to be next Sunday, the 18th, from 11 to 3, we'll be at the pop-up shop on the corner of Pitt and Second. Pitt, no, we won't be on the corner of Pitt and Second. We'll be on the corner of Pitt and First. Yeah, we'll be at the pop-up shop with the books and obviously with the July Seeker. If you haven't picked it up yet, you can come stop by. And some of the artists will be joining us. So if you purchase the book, which is $10 a book, they will sign it for you as well. So basically, it's a whole story about what went on during the pandemic, how the community came together, and each artist chose a sentence and illustrated it.
And it's from the perspective of this little girl called Sunshine.
Yeah, who lives in this beautiful little community that suddenly changed.
Yeah, so you can come and check it out on Sunday from 11 to 3 at the pop-up shop. It's where the mall is, the parking lot on the grass there. There's like a few little containers that are pop-up shops. That's where we'll be.
Yeah, so come and visit with us.
Absolutely. That'll be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
really excited.
yeah, and I just want to kind of put the word out. It is a little partnership between Jaffa Arts and Crafts and the Seeker.
Yeah, and the
With the-
proceeds are going entirely to the artists, correct?
Yeah, and the artists are Jane McMillan, Linda Geisel, Mandy Provo, Jaffa Goa. I can never say her name.
Goalie.
Goalie, and Tracy Lynn Davies.
All right, that's awesome. It's exciting because we've been publishing magazines and we've been publishing newspapers forever, you know, but this is really the first actual book that has an ISBN number that the Seeker is publishing. So it's exciting for us to take this this direction.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So I'm sure this will be the first of many, because I know Jaffa Arts and Crafts has some big plans coming up. So
that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So it's time for Monday morning.
Taste test.
Monday Munchie taste test. I always say it wrong.
Did you take some pictures of it before we rip it apart?
Not yet. I'm going to have to take a picture right now just to, let's put it, here we go. So nothing local or overly different, but it's not something that comes from a store. By the way, I want to say, please, 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 if you're the owner of a restaurant or an eatery or a store that sells a variety of edibles, different things, please get in touch with us. We want to feature you. We want to promote you. We want to taste something unusual that you're selling. And we want to do it live on our Monday morning motivations. And yeah, so please send us an email at info@theseeker.ca, and we'll never have to try something like this that is packaged by multinational. We want to taste. We want to taste local stuff that is packaged by your hands.
Yeah, last week we got something from Happy Popcorn, and we will get something from there again, because I'm waiting for them to come up with a new flavor, something exciting that nobody's tried before. So
oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, so
all right, so Happy Swing, which is basically just like little, I don't know, coffee wafers.
Yeah, and it's a vanilla flavor. So
vanilla flavor.
Yeah.
Little sticks like this.
Wow, you opened yours very fast. All right. Oh, okay.
It looks crunchy. This is what it looks from this side.
And there is a filling. There is something in there. So that's the vanilla, obviously.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
1, 2. Oh, it smells good. It smells good. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's good. It's very good.
It's great with coffee.
Yeah. Crunchy with the
vanilla in it.
Oh, I like it. I was kind of thinking that the filling would be hard, but it's not. It's really
soft. It's very, very soft. It's very soft, and it doesn't taste. I was expecting it to taste very chemical.
Yeah, it's actually quite good.
It's like the filling is more like a pudding. Right?
It feels like a cloud.
Not quite, but
yeah, I'm impressed actually.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to attempt to read all these ingredients.
There's
There's a
probably a lot of stuff that we can't pronounce, and
yeah.
like
There's
my mother
probably
says, if you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't be eating it. But this
that's
is
right.
good. It is good though.
And there's a
Mm.
warning that it can contain wheat and nuts. So if you're allergic, that's not the item for you to try.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to try to see what. Oh, it's not that bad actually.
But actually, there's quite a lot of them in the little package too.
Yep, that's
It's a
it's quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good little snack to open up if you have people over for coffee.
So the story behind this is that my lease has purchased a few things in advance that we would, if we're ever stuck with nothing to try, we could try. And this is one of them that you brought me probably when we first started doing the taste test.
Yeah.
I want to say 2 months ago at least. And it's been sitting on my desk for all this time. And almost every day my daughter comes, sorry, my child. Gosh, I got to get used to this. Every day my child comes to my desk and says, are you going to try these yet? Are you going to try these yet? They really want to try them. So they're going to be really happy to see that we've opened them and try them.
Good. Good. Yeah. So we were
Oh.
hoping to have Edward's Bistro donuts. So
And my bad, I didn't go on Saturday. I should have gone on Saturday, and then they were closed on
yeah,
Sunday, and they're closed today, so I was not able to do that. But I promise that next week I'm going to be having some donuts and probably some cinnamon buns to try.
from Edward's Bistro, which you've been raving about. So I'm
Yeah,
really anxious to try them.
it's kind of not fair because it's not really a try because I've already tried it, but you know, I want to say, I want to point out, let me find it. Let me find it, and just give me 1 minute and I will find it and I will show you what you can be thankful for, My-Liis, because I could have said to you,
Come on, spit it out, girl.
I'm trying. I'm trying to share my screen. No, not this one. This one. I could have said to you, My-Liis, you're going to try this today.
Now I did see that. I did. That's that soup that you make with pig's feet, isn't it?
Well, sometimes I put pig feet in it. Sometimes I don't. This time there was no pig feet. But the main
Oh, okay.
ingredient for this soup is actually, are you ready?
Kind of. What?
Cow's stomach.
Oh my lord!
So the
Cow's
little
stomach. Wow,
yeah,
that's even worse than pig's feet.
so the stuff here that you see, I mean, I'm pointing with my they're honeycomb tripes, they're called. They're actually the inner lining of the cow's stomach, and
Oh,
and you have to soak it and blanch it and really make it tender, and then you just turn it into the soup and you put it with it's called hominy. Hominy is like a big corn.
okay.
It's not as tender as corn. It's more like it's a big corn kernel, but it's a little more solid than the small corn that we're used to.
Where do you get
And
that from? This
um,
hominy?
so the hominy is available in cans. So you just buy the
Oh,
canned hominy. You can find it. This batch I bought at Freshco. You can also find. I saw it yesterday at what's it called? Food Basic.
oh,
So I saw it at Food Basic as well. I don't know if I can open my image
hominy.
and make it bigger.
Yeah, make it bigger because you can't see this.
Trying.
Cow's stomach, though. Where do you even get that?
So Freshco has it. It's
Oh,
hard to find in this area, and it's extremely expensive. Like
wow.
usually, like I used to buy it in Montreal, and it's very affordable. Let me try to find honey.
Like, what do? You find it in the meat section?
It's at Freshco. It's in the frozen section.
Oh,
Um, it's not in the Yeah, it's in the frozen section. There's a few items there that they keep. So this is what it looks like actually. Let me show you. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, right here.
Wow.
So this is what it looks like. So you cut it in little chunks and you put it in the soup and you cook it. Like traditionally you would cook the menudo for hours and hours and hours and hours on the
Hmm.
stove, but I do it in my Instapot,
Okay.
and it takes like an hour and it's ready. So it's really awesome.
Wow.
But it's spicy. It's made like the broth is a chili pepper broth.
Oh, I couldn't have done that.
I know. I know.
No.
That's why I spared you, My-Liis. I spared you because
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's a delicacy. It's really good. It cures hangovers. Like
Oh my
if
goodness.
you eat that the next morning of a drinking binge, you'll be just fine. It cures hangovers.
And this is what, a dish from Texas or something, or
it's
was it?
it's it's originally from Mexico, but
Oh,
yeah,
Mexico. Okay.
Texas is really big on menudo. So
Wow. Yeah, I saw that the other day. Yeah. Yeah, with the spicy, I can't handle it because
yeah, just
I
the
just done myself a 7 days of Nexium to get rid of the last heartburn episode I had,
bout.
so I can't be doing that again. Yeah, and that's why I had found a really neat seaweed snack that I'm hoping we can try, and I did try it, and that's what kicked off another bout of
Oh,
heartburn. So I have to be really careful
that's
as much as.
surprising though. That seaweed would
Oh
trigger.
my God, I couldn't believe it. I'd been good. And then I took a few bites because I was really curious. And it's like, oh my goodness, I shouldn't have done that.
Mm.
It's funny
No,
what
you just look at the
triggers.
picture and you see the color of the broth and you know it's spicy automatically. Did you see the color? It's
Yeah.
like it's like fire color.
But it's
Oh,
fun. But it's funny that sometimes.
My-Liis, I hate this. I'm sorry. I have to remove myself. The door is ringing. Just a second.
Oh my goodness. So while she's removed herself, I just want to remind everybody about Sunday, the 18th of July, next Sunday, that we will be at the pop-up shop with this book that will be back from the printers, and it's a partnership between Yafa Arts and Crafts and The Seeker, and the book is illustrated by 5 local artists, and those are Jane McMillan, Linda Geisel, Yafa Goa Willie, Mandy Provo, and Tracy Lynn Davies of the Cayuan Gallery. So we're excited because some of the artists will be in and out. And so if you purchase a book next Sunday, that they will sign it for you. And also we will have July Seekers there for anybody that hasn't had a chance to pick it up. There are Seekers in the red distribution box at the Seeker office at 327 2nd Street East. Because what happened during the pandemic, we started limiting where we were putting them in Cornwall. A lot of people are saying, is the Seeker out of business? We can't find it. It's just because a lot of places we had it were closing, opening, closing, opening. And it was easier to keep them at the distribution box in the driveway of the Seeker office. So if you want one, you can always pick one up there. You can also get it at Sharon's Pantry, and you can get it at Harvest on Vincent Massey. But it was just really hard for the other small locations. Oh, she's back. I'm just letting people know about the Seekers. They're still in the distribution box beside the office, and that's how we were kind of doing the distribution through the pandemic, because it was too hard to put it in all the locations that were sometimes closed, sometimes open, and
Yeah, yeah.
it
Well,
was
we're going to
hard.
be back to the locations soon enough. Now that everything is
Yeah.
reopening, we're going to be placing them everywhere. I apologize again. I'm the pickup headquarters for the Ribfest orders, so stuff happens. It says we're from 11 to
Yeah.
yeah, but it's almost 11, so
People are anxious to get their tickets
yes, they
to the
are.
big event, Ribfest.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. You have anything to add?
No, I just kind of let people know that we will be at the pop-up shop We will be there with the new book. It is called
Yes.
Letters from My Window, just in case you couldn't see it very well. And we'll also have July Seekers. And we are encouraging subscription also. So, I mean, this way you don't have to come out looking for it. It's going to come right to your door. So if you want to subscribe to The Seeker, just go to the website, www.theseeker.ca. And there's a red banner across the top that you click on and just follow the instructions. It's very simple.
All right. Well, on that note, I will bid you farewell. Wish you a very good day.
And have yourself a super duper week. We'll see you next Monday.
All right. Bye.
Bye.